How many Sonic games did they make? Holy crap! I don't think I've even like. I don't even think I've even heard of these. Okay, like I need like a. I need like a. Okay, add. We need to add a row above, and we're gonna name it. We need to add something. We need to name this. Okay. I need to name this. Never played. Alright. Cool. So I've been jumping on the bandwagon, I guess. I'm kinda late, but everyone keeps posting tier lists of various different franchises, whether it be video games or favorite anime, I guess, or whatever. So yeah, or like favorite character in like saw someone doing like Pokemon, like favorite Pokemon or Pokemon stars or things like that. And I had to do one for our blue boy Sonic the Hedgehog. And at the moment, at the time of this recording, I'm actually recording this right where I replaced the PC part of my PC. So I'm actually using a couple of days just to kind of test the waters. So let's see if you guys get this video up or not. I mean, you'll get it up eventually, unless my PC just dies permanently, which then I'll have to buy a new one, which, well, let's just say it wouldn't happen for a very long time, so that'd be very sad. But yeah, so I figured why not? I guess. Let's get into it. So I guess I'll just go in for like left or right. God, there's so fucking many. I don't know how long this is gonna be, but all right, let's go. All right, so Sonic Genesis, I've never played. I hear it's like the worst possible port of Sonic 1. It's basically Sonic 1, but it's like a massive screen crunch. You like die to nothing. It's really bad. But never played it. Tails and the Music Maker. Never played. I heard about it, but I never played. So yeah, I've always wanted to play Sonic Jam. I've just never played it. So it's basically got like Sonic 1 and Sonic 2, right? I think they're slightly different. You've also got like that, like overworld you can walk around and stuff. It's kind of like a collection, really, of Sonic 1 and Sonic 2. From what I know, if there's someone watching, please let me know. What is this? I know what that is, so I'm going to put it there. Sonic CD. This is a difficult one because I feel like, well, someone would call me a CD apologist, I guess, but I like CD. It's not my favorite, but I like CD. I don't know. The thing is, I go back to it, and at times I'd be like, maybe I don't like this, maybe I don't like that, but it's different. It's not your typical level design / layout. I mean, I honestly think it's one of the prettier looking classic Sonic games. Like, I love the level, the way they look and stuff, but the layouts can be at times a lot to be desired because it's revolving around the time mechanics and stuff and exploration, because you go find the generators and stuff. So a lot of people are like, oh, I don't like that, I just want to go like right, I just want to go left to right and shit and stuff, and a lot of the times you have to go faster time travel, but you kind of can't because you get stopped because of the level design. So I can see why people don't like it. I'm gonna have to put it on B tier, I think. I like it enough. I don't think it's quite A. It's definitely not S. I don't think it's quite A, but I still like it, Sonic Pinball Party. Is that SGBA, right? Yeah, I never played that one either. Sonic Advanced. Okay, listen. Oh, where is it? There it is. Listen, alright. A lot of people are probably gonna get me on this. Well, actually no, because I'm gonna challenge you on this. No one's really watching this video, so I can say whatever I want and no one will get upset, right? I've only played a little bit of Sonic Advance. I haven't really played the Sonic Advance games. I never had a Game Boy Advance growing up, and I just like when I eventually got older and got a job. That's funny, and got money. I never like thought to go back and buy one. That's just kind of what happens with me. I mean, you could just say it's just like, it's what you get with the times, but like, unless it's like PlayStation or Sega Mega Drive, because those are the ones I grew up with, I never think to myself, you know what? I should go back and get a Game Boy Advance, even though the Game Boy Advance has some fantastic games which I have played on before. But like, I never think, I'll just go back and play these games. I just don't. You know, so I've kind of sampled the Sonic Advance games. I guess I've kind of beaten the first one and that's it. I played a little bit of 2, thought it was alright. I played a little bit of 3, a little bit alright. So I don't feel like it's fair. But I wasn't the biggest fan of what I played of 3, I'll be honest. But I don't think it's fair to rank it because I haven't properly completed it. So I'm just going to put it there. Sonic 3 Riders. Never played it. If anyone's watched my reviews on my other channel, yeah, I never played it. But who knows? Maybe one day I'll get an Xbox 360 and a Kinect. But not anytime soon. So goodbye. There we go. Okay. So, I really like Sonic 2. But if I put this here, does this mean that it's on equal footing to my favorite, or do I think it's slightly below? Because that's the thing. I feel like this is S tier, but something else is also S tier, which I think is better. Now you know what I'm gonna put on S tier. Sonic 2 is a fantastic game. It basically took Sonic 1 and just made everything better. I don't know. I want to put it... I'm sorry, I have to put it on A. I was thinking about it. I think the reason that hinders for me is that I always figured Sonic 2 was kind of hard. That's the only thing. And I'm someone who likes to challenge video games and stuff. But Sonic 2 is kind of hard. I'll be honest. Now I could beat it with ease, and it's it's a lot more fun to play. But I got pretty frustrated when I was a kid. I couldn't get very far. Maybe I just sucked. I don't know. But I found it quite a difficult game. Especially like certain bosses. So, I mean, I'm sure most people died a lot to the Death Egg Robot, not Metal Sonic, sorry, Silver Sonic and things like that. I died a lot to the Winged Fortress boss with the laser and the spikes. God, that used to pee me off so bad back in the day. So a few frustrating moments here and there, but it's still a fantastic game. I would even probably say S tier, but I'm just gonna put it slightly below. Yeah. So, which you could argue, maybe it's leagues better than Sonic CD, but whatever. Knuckles Chaotix. I've played part of it. No, you know what? I've played and no, I've beaten it. I have beaten it. I have beaten Knuckles Chaotix. I didn't. No, yeah, I have once. I've played it once. Yeah. I want to put it here, but I enjoy CD more than Chaotix. Chaotix is a beautiful game. It is an absolutely beautiful game, and I bloomin' love the soundtrack. But the fact that there's only like 5 stages that are reused like 5 times, you have to basically do it like 5 times, 5 acts, and they just recolors. Okay, layout's slightly different, but the layout's all over the place, and I don't know. I wasn't the biggest fan of the whole, combi joined together type thing. It was always finicky. Sometimes I'd get stuck and things like that. So Knuckles Chaotix is a bit of a just kind of all over the place. But it's a beautiful game to look at, and the soundtrack is amazing. But the gameplay, yeah, they tried something, and I don't think it quite worked. So I'm putting it there. Mario Sonic, is that the first one? I can't tell. Sure. I've only played one. I don't know if this is the first one or not. Actually, I think it might be the Rio one. I'll put it there. I only played one, and I thought it was alright. I'm not a sports guy, so yeah. I'm just not, if you couldn't tell. Sonic Advanced. I beat Sonic Advance. I would say, yeah, I think so. A lot of people might get annoyed about this, but I really don't care. Come at me, bro. Um, it's decent. It's definitely decent. It's definitely nowhere near as bad as Chaotix. I think it's definitely better than Chaotix. I enjoy Sonic 2 more though, so I feel like B is kind of like where it needs to be. I would argue maybe slightly above Sonic CD, but whatever. Also, just to let you guys know, I'm actually recording this quite late. I actually did this on the fly, so I need to remember to not be too loud. So yeah, alright. Sonic Battle, I only played a little bit of, so I don't think it's fair. Sonic Blast, ooh. That's thanks to the Mega Collection. Is it Mega Collection or Gems Collection? One of the two. Not good. Sonic Gems Collection. Hmm. Hey, I'm gonna have to put it there. I mean, it's got Sonic CD. It's got Sonic the Fighters. Is how I experienced it for the first time. I actually like Sonic the Fighters. It's difficult. It's a little janky, but I like what it is. It's just a little arcade fighter. It's nothing too crazy, but it was cool. Introduced some different characters and whatnot. It's also got Sonic R, and I always have a soft spot for Sonic R, so I kind of want to put it to A. But I was like, overall, the games aren't like as good as Mega Collection, so I think B is where it needs to be. Yeah, so that's where I'm gonna put it. So, oh, that's just Sonic Jam again. Okay, put it there. Oh, Sonic Mania. Ooh, 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 ooh. Oh man, I'm not so. It's like I want to put it here, but I also want to put it here. So basically, I think it's a fantastic game. The thing that draws me away a little bit is most people would probably, agree with me here is lack of original game, lack of the original levels. You know what? Fuck it. Fuck it. I would argue I might enjoy Mania more than Sonic 2. I don't know. Actually, it's kind of difficult, but it's a fantastic game. I absolutely love Mania. It's a fantastic tribute to classic fans and just Sonic fans, and nostalgia and all that jazz. It's absolutely great. But like I said, the one thing I feel like holds it back is, they spruced up Green Hill Zone, which is great, but it's still Green Hill Zone. We're seeing Chemical Plant again with, it's reused levels, and I appreciate that they've brung back these old levels, and I feel like it's just to kind of like reinvent the wheel slash try and bring back the old fans and just be like, and introduce new fans, to be like, oh, hey, look, this is what we had in the 90s. This is what we got to play. And you kind of get a snippet of all the games, Sonic 1, 2, and 3, and CD. But with that comes the lack of original levels. So I think that's what puts it down a bit. So yeah. '06. It has to be C. I would argue I enjoy parts of '06 more than Knuckles Chaos. I feel like I can tolerate '06 more than Knuckles Chaotix. The only thing that holds Knuckles Chaotix here is, like I said, just how gorgeous it looks and the music. '06 is a guilty pleasure, I guess. Nah. I don't know. I want to put it, no. I think I'm putting it in D. I think. Yeah, I think so. I think I'm putting them both in D. I changed my mind. Sonic 4 Episode 1. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to shove them like that. It's got problems. I thought it was okay, but it's got problems. So, yeah. Winter Olympics, never played. Sonic Advance 2, only played a little bit. What is that? That Engage? Oh, definitely never played that. I run out of space. Can I? Oh, I've messed it up. Never mind. How do I? Oh, okay. I was just checking. Is that Sonic 2, Sonic Hedgehog Master System? That's Hmm. Yeah, I think I have to put it on D. I'm afraid. Sonic Adventure S tier. I think. Yeah. You know what? Yeah, I'm just gonna put what I enjoyed the most. I think Sonic Adventure was like the good transition from 2D to 3D. Um, there's even references to like Sonic 3D Blast, and it kind of has that. To me, it kind of has that feel. Uh, I mean, the hub world is obviously something they introduced, but like the levels and stuff kind of feel like a good transition. I really enjoy the gameplay. Okay, uh, Big isn't fantastic, but Amy's is slow but okay, and I enjoy E102's. So, and at least Big story isn't that long. So, yeah, honestly. Adventure DX, I guess. The thing is, I've never played the Dreamcast version, so is that fair for me to really? Well, they're the same game. I mean, whatever. I guess it's a slightly downgrade, but they're the games. This is the Olympic Games, right? I'll put it average because I'm not a sports person. I'll put it in C. I feel like this is kind of like This is kind of average for me. Never played this game. I don't hear good things about it, so Sonic 3. Technically my favorite. I would argue maybe Sonic 3 and Knuckles combined. You know what? Can we grab Sonic and Knuckles? There it is. Boom. Boom. I would argue Sonic 3 is better than Sonic and Knuckles, but I like both of them. Fantastic games. I feel like it's got that right amount of difficulty. The layouts are great. We've got, options of exploration, multiple paths. Music is great. Visuals are great. Introduction of Knuckles, and I really like Knuckles. Yeah, favorite special stage, Blue Spheres. Just there's so many good things. Elemental Shield, so many good things that Sonic and Knuckles did. Tails being able to fly, and just being able to play as Knuckles and stuff, and you can glide and climb. Like, it just, to me, it introduced so much stuff. It's like Sonic 2, but they added a bunch of extra stuff and kind of like refined the difficulty, in my opinion. And yeah, and it's such a long game because when I played Sonic 3, it made me want to play more, and then I played Sonic and Knuckles, and I'm like, oh, you can combine the two. This is awesome. So yeah, I'm just curious, is there a Sonic 3 and Knuckles just straight up combined? I just want to see if there is one. Wait, there's a Sonic Mania Switch version. Is there much difference? I've never played the Switch version because I don't have a Switch because I'm a poor bastard, so I'll put that there. So yeah. And there's Olympic Games again. Well, I don't know what is. Whatever. I guess there's a lot of like repeats. Don't tell me there's going to be the PS2 and the GameCube version of Sonic Heroes, because that's kind of dumb. But no, I don't see anything. All right, we'll carry on. Sonic Unleashed. Is that the Xbox version? Well, it's the same as the PS3 version, was the one I played, and yeah, it looks like the Xbox version. All right, I will put. Oh, yeah. This is difficult because I feel like I would put it above. I think I enjoyed it more overall, more than Sonic CD and stuff. Even though I like Sonic CD, but I don't know. I feel like I put it below Sonic 2 and Mania and stuff. So it's sort of, yeah, it's difficult. I don't know if I want to. You know what? I'm going to put it in B. The day stages are fantastic. The music are fantastic when you can hear it. But the Werehog, I'm not a huge fan. It gets a little bit easier when you start upgrading, but I was never personally just a huge fan. It's not like the worst thing, but it's definitely the down part. And the medal system. In like the standard version, the Wii/PS2 version, you would get medals just by getting a high rank. But initially you have to kind of go around and collect. It's still probably the most beautiful looking 3D Sonic game the most ambitious arguably because the frame rate chugs, and that's why I wish like it got like a PC version so we can have super frame rates and stuff, because god, this game just looks so bloody beautiful, man, so bloody beautiful. Like, my god, it is great. You know, some people like to joke it's half a good game, and I kind of agree. But it's a really good game. It's a really good game. I would, like I say, I'd arguably put it sort of like between here. But I'm gonna have to put it on B. But I would put it above. I'd probably put it above CD and probably advanced and stuff as well. Is that Sonic the Hedgehog 1 on the Game Gear? You know what? It's not bad. I would put it. Yeah, I'd probably put it there. It'd be below Unleashed. But you know what? This is how I'm gonna do it. This is going to be confusing. This is how I'm going to do it. I'm going to put Unleashed there. So it's like the top part of B, almost to A, but not quite. And then that's like the lower part. That's how I'm going to do it. Whatever. I'm awkward. It's actually not bad. It's hard. And that's, it's actually an interesting Sonic one. It's different. It's got Green Hill Zone, but then you've got Bridge Zone and Jungle Zone and things like that. There are different parts of it. It's not super amazing, but it's a decent 8-bit game. So yeah. Again, sports games, I'm just gonna put I have played that. I have played the that one. The Wii version. C or B? I'd put it below. I think I'd put it overall below the Xbox version. But I actually played the Wii one first because at the time I couldn't afford a PS3. I didn't get a PS3 until kind of late. And then I was able to experience it. So I only had the Wii version. And I would always compare it and be like, oh, like in terms of graphics wise, it was definitely a downgrade. You could tell. It wasn't terrible, but you can definitely tell, like, the HD version looks way better. And I was always like, why can't I, like, continuously boost? Because you have to, like, I was playing on the Wii, I had to constantly wave your Wii remote to, like, do, like a mini dash. And then you'd have to wave it again, do another mini dash. And it's like, why can't I just, like, press a button and hold it down? And that's obviously what you do in the HD version, so that annoyed me. But it was easier with the medal systems. But like, I didn't realize for the longest time until I played the HD version that the standard version missing quite a few stuff. There's no Empire. There's no Empire City. I think there's another one that isn't there as well, I think. There is stuff missing, which is a shame, I guess, due to limitations or something. They couldn't get it on, and there's no, like, walking around hub worlds. It's very sort of, text and speech and stuff. Again, there are things I like about it. Like, I think I prefer the boss fight, the final boss fight, Perfect Dark Gaia, in the Wii version as opposed to the HD version. Honestly, like, I'm just gonna put it out there. I've never beaten the HD version of Unleashed. I haven't. I literally rage quitted after trying several times to beat like all the bosses up to Perfect Dark Gaia, because I'm pretty certain if you like die, like, if you get game over, I think you have to like fight forgot his name. What's his name? You have to fight Eggman again. I'll just say that. I can't remember. Dragoon. Egg Dragoon, that's it. You have to fight Egg Dragoon. And then you have to do like 3 bosses after that. I was so frustrated. So like, after failing so many times, I've never done it. But I've beaten the Wii version. I mean, I know what happens at the end, so it's not that much of a deal, but I always get to the final boss and I've never done it. Yeah, I'll admit it. I've never done it. It actually made me rage quit, so there you go. Alright, I think I've talked enough about Unleashed. Sonic... Is that Sonic Shuffle? Never played it. I hear it's a worst Mario Kart game, so... I think that's Lego Dimensions. Never played that either. Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. Yeah. Yeah. Sonic 3 at the top, Sonic and Knuckles just below it, Sonic Adventure, and I'd probably say Adventure 2 is below Sonic Adventure for me. But fantastic game. I was never a huge fan, I'll be honest, of the mix. I definitely prefer Tails' gameplay in Adventure 1, where he's just, you know, himself and you can fly around and stuff. So that kind of dips it down to me. And, you know, it introduced Rouge the Bat. I mean, hello. But I wasn't a fan of like Mad Space and stuff, and I prefer how the radar worked in Adventure as opposed to Adventure 2. So there were like some downgrades and stuff, but the speed levels with Sonic and Shadow are fantastic, and they introduced Shadow the Hedgehog, which again I'm a fan of Shadow the Hedgehog. I wish there was more speed sections, I'll be honest. So yeah, but still a fantastic game. Love the soundtrack. The story's all over the place and kind of crazy. Not as crazy as a certain Sonic 06, but you know, I mean, Eggman plays up the bloody moon, and then it gets fixed, so it's fine. So Sonic Mega Collection. Ooh, should I just put it up here? I'm trying to think. I'll put it A. I'll put it A. It's definitely, I think it's definitely above. It's definitely above Gems Collection, because it's basically got Sonic 1, Sonic 2, Sonic 3, and Knuckles. It basically the Mega Drive game. It's got 3D, which is okay but not great. And it's got a bunch of other Game Gear games and stuff. Is that the one that has Ristar on it as well or something? Maybe. Ristar was made by Sonic Team as well, if I remember correctly, so that's probably why. I think Gems Collection is the one that has Vector Man on it, and I have no idea why. I'm like, wow, Vector Man is my favorite. Did Sonic Team work on Vector Man as well? I don't know. I need to know this. Maybe that's why, and I just didn't realize, but it's fantastic. It's a fantastic collection, but I'm gonna put it on A, I think, just because of some of the other games that are kind of like just but yeah, I'm gonna put it roughly there. I mean, A again is still really good, so this is the same game, I guess. I don't know, I'll just put it there. Oh, now here's what people get on me for. I've never played the Sonic Rush adventure games, or the Sonic Rush games. I keep hearing people saying you need to play it, you should play it, it's really good. Luckily no one's had a proper go at me, because when I've told people like I haven't played Jak and Daxter, yeah, I've played Crash Bandicoot to death, people get really upset with me. But most people, which is surprising considering it's the Sonic fan base, are actually like, not like they don't have a go at me, but they just say, dude, you should definitely play it, I'd highly recommend it. Again, it's that whole, I never think to go back, because I never had a DS. I had a 3DS, and I just never, like, I forgot they even existed, and the only times I remember they exist is when people talk about them. So it's just kind of like, well, if I remember, I think I'll one day go. Alright, funny enough, fun story, I think there was a time where I saw Sonic Rush on DS, but I didn't have a DS. And at the time, when I was younger, I was like, I want to give this a go, I want to play this. But I can't. I don't have a DS, can't afford it. It was the only time I looked at it in store, and I was like, that's a shame. And I put it on the shelf, and that was it. And then I just completely forgot about it. So yeah, it's just, you know, I just didn't have a lot of things when these games came out, and I just never think to go back. You know, unless there are consoles I already had before. So, which Sonic Boom is that? Is that the Fire and Ice? I never played that one. I hear Fire and Ice is the best Sonic Boom game. So yeah. Sonic Generations A. Fantastic game. Yeah, well, doesn't matter, they're all an A. I'm trying to think what the game was a bit too short, I think, and maybe arguably I would have chosen different levels. You know, it's Green Hill Zone again. I mean, well, Generation was technically the first time we started to see Green Hill Zone kind of pop up more, I guess. I mean, you, I mean, you had a Green Hill Zone in Adventure 2 that you could unlock. I think in Adventure 1 as well. But apart from that, I mean, these are like bonuses that you'd have to unlock. But it's pretty good. Classic, almost controlled like the original, but it was a pretty good, pretty good attempt. It was a bit short. Some of the layouts are a little bit like I didn't like Planet Wisp is probably my least favorite, which is unfortunate because I really love Planet Wisp in Sonic Colors, and I don't really like it in Generations. So, so yeah, but the story, it's simple, but I love the fact that we got to see a 3D classic Eggman and Mike Pollock is talking to himself and interactions and stuff. I love stuff like that, and you got the double Sonics and the double Tails and stuff. So the concept was cool. So really, a fantastic game. I love it. We got some boosts. We got some classic action. So yeah, love it. Great game. Fantastic. Is this Lost World? I can't tell. It's just a hoop. Whatever. I'm gonna put you there because Lost World is here. Lost World is. I'll put it. See, it's average. It's okay. It's okay. It's got its problems for sure. The story I didn't particularly like. I didn't really care for the Deadly Six. I'll be honest. I just didn't. The gameplay was okay, but not great. I wasn't like a huge fan. The parkour system was interesting, but yeah, no, I wasn't the biggest fan. And again, it's just the problem with that game is just that maybe just not care so much. I wanted to. Honestly, probably the best character in the game is probably Eggman. Mike Pollock's performance, the script he was given was great. I mean, Mike Pollock saying, as long as I can strangle a Yeti, my hands are fine. I mean, there's stuff like that makes me like, oh, Mike Pollock is just perfect. He's the best Eggman so far, I think. He is Eggman in my eyes. So, shoutouts to Mike Pollock, because it's amazing. Actually, you know what? Shoutouts to Sonic Team and just the cast of Sonic characters, because as I'm recording this, they did one of those Twitter things where they ask. Well, they get the community to ask them questions and stuff, and I like the fact that I noticed that they seem to reply to a fair few YouTuber influencers. Kind of like maybe they contracted to do that, or maybe they have to because they're YouTube influencers. But it's fine. I'm sure some of the responses were just random people as well. Fortunately, I wasn't one of those people, so I hate them all. I'm joking. I honestly, I didn't even know what to ask them, so I asked like a stupid question like, what does everyone like to eat? Honestly, like, there's even people asking silly questions like, Shadow, did you ever find that fourth damn Chaos Emerald? And I'm here like, so what do you guys like to eat? I don't bloody know. I couldn't think of anything. I was put on the spot, but it's really cool seeing the current voice actors, like, asking questions, and they are clearly aware of Sonic memes, and I love that. So shout outs to them, because that was a lot of fun just listening to all the responses and stuff that they did. It was really cool. So yeah, I lost track of myself. Anyway, Generations, great game. This is the Winter Olympics. Never played. I don't know what that. I think it's a collection. Never played it. Wait, that's the Xbox 360 version. It's no different, is it? Well, whatever. Sonic Boom. Oh, that's Shattered Crystal. Oh, that's. I mean, the fact that I put 06 up here, yeah, I think I have to put it there. I think Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric is worse than Shattered Crystal. Shattered Crystal is just kind of repetitive and boring, I'll be honest, which can arguably be worse. I mean, Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric is kind of boring as well and repetitive, but on a, I guess, much bigger scale. But there you go. Sonic Colors, a fucking fantastic game. I think I'm gonna have to put it on A. The reason why I can't put it on S, I think, is because they did this whole trope with a lots of very short levels. They have multiple acts. I wish there was a little bit more like third person view 3D like Unleashed, as opposed to, because Sonic Colors did a lot of short level 2D acts, and it was okay, but some of them were just like spring gimmicks and stuff, and I'm like, to be honest, I really wish we just had more, just running straight, straight ahead as opposed to on the side type of thing. But maybe they were just trying to cater to 2D fans, I don't know. But soundtrack was great. The writing is great. I love the little jokes are kind of a little corny, but I love the performances of everyone. Absolutely great. I love Orbot and Cubot's performance and everything. Sonic Colors is a ton of fun. It's a shame that it's on the Wii, because there are a lot of people that just didn't own a Wii. So I really, Sega, can you is it not possible? Can you release a Steam release or something? Please. People need to play this game. More people need to experience Sonic Colors. I honestly think it's somewhat underrated. I think it's a fantastic game. And Unleashed. Unleashed and Colors need to go to PC, alright? Do it. Do it. It's great. Some Wisp power-ups are kind of, but they're fine. I think they kept reusing them after that. So, oh Jesus. Speaking of Wisp, Team Sonic Racing's out now. Unfortunately, I can't afford it. RIP. But I hear people seem to be enjoying it, so that's good. So anyway, Sonic Rise Zero Gravity. I kind of want to put it here, but I would honestly enjoy it more than Sonic Lost. You know what? We'll just put it in B. It's higher than Lost World. I think I enjoyed it more than the Olympic Games and stuff. So it's all right. I kind of like the sort of idea of this gravity mechanic. And I quite like the gravity dive, whooshing through and stuff. It's a different way of gaining speed and things like that. But I reviewed this game not too long ago, and my complaints there. If you if you want to check out that review, that's youtube.com/reasons. Anyway, yeah, I'll just say I put it there, and I have my reasons. Was that All Stars Racing? Oh, yeah, that's A tier. Yeah, that's really good. It's not S only because it's a little basic. I felt like, granted, I haven't fully unlocked all the characters and stuff, but I feel like it's a little bit bare bones. But it's a fantastic game. I feel like it needs a little bit of little bit of an oil grease. It's it's such a good game. Could be a little bit better. Maybe add a bit more stuff to it. But it's overall, it's a fantastic game. So, is that another Olympic Games? Probably. Down there you go. Wait, Sonic Colors again. Oh, that's the DS version. Oh, I'm a dimwit. Okay, I've never played the DS version. I'm so sorry. There we go. There we go. Yeah, I've never played the DS version. I forgot there was a DS Colors. I hear that's pretty good. Is that DS or 3DS? I forget. Yeah, not played you. Not played you. There it is. You're going straight to E. Yeah, I would. 06 is a bad game, but I want to say I enjoyed it more than Rise of Lyrics. So, I mean, again, that's not saying much. They're both crap. I mean, as I say, to quote AVGN, but I'm sure he's probably picked this quote from somewhere else. But it's like comparing a turd to another turd. They're both turds. But I guess one's slightly less of a turd. I don't know. One's less smelly. Oh, bloody no. Oof. Okay, we're moving on from that conversation. Oh, Transformed. I think Transformed is the upgrade. It's basically just the upgrade. I know the Transform mechanic is pretty much just an aesthetic, but I think it's cool. I think it looks cool. It's something different, you know, spruces things up. You know, suddenly you're on the ground, and then you're in a speedboat, and then you're flying. You know, because like the first lap there was a bridge, but then the bridge got broke, so now your car has to fly, and you know, it's really fun. And it adds a bunch more stages, remixed music tracks, and a bunch of extra more characters. And I mean, it's Sonic and Sega, so it's not just the Sonic team. You know, there's Sega reps getting put into there. Fantastic game, absolutely fantastic game. I think it's the best racing game we've got so far. Team Sonic Racing, is that going to beat it? I don't know. If I eventually get to play it, I'll let you guys know. But for now, it's the best Sonic Racing game in my opinion. So, Sonic Lost World, again. That's the DS version, isn't it? Never played it. I did that again. Okay. There we go. Yeah. No, I'm putting it there. Okay. Team Sonic Racing, not played, unfortunately. I've not played. I want to, but yeah. Money. Sonic CD again? I'll just put it up there. Why not? It's Sonic CD. Oh, Dr. Robotnik's PP machine. I really like Puyo Puyo. Honestly, this is my introduction to Puyo Puyo. I didn't know for the longest time it was based off of that. And Puyo Puyo is one of my favorite. I prefer it over Tetris. I know a lot of people like a really big fan of Tetris, and not so much Puyo Puyo. But I'm a Puyo Puyo guy. I really enjoyed it. Yeah, I'll put it A. I probably enjoy it more than CD. I'll be honest. The thing is, it's a different type of game. You know, I mean, it's a Sonic related game technically, but it's a puzzle game, so it's kind of different. So it's kind of hard to rank it, but it's like Sonic 2, it's better, and Sonic Mania is better. So most of these games really, no, they're all better, but it's hard because it's a different type of game. So I'd probably put it in between maybe, but I really like it. That's the main thing. Sonic Drift. Is that Sonic Drift 1 or 2? No, that's 2. Decent. It's decent. I went back to it recently, and it's okay. Again, it's basically just like, you know, the old Mario Kart but Sonic. It's alright. It's not too bad. So yeah. Oh, that's the GameCube version. That's not as good, honestly. So I'm gonna put it there. What is this? I cannot read that. I don't know. It says Genesis. What is that? I honestly don't know. Well, I don't know what it is, so you're going there. Sonic Spinball, oh, yeah. It's not great. It's not the worst, but it's not great. Yeah. But I don't know. I don't think it's quite D tier, but I don't like it. Or Sonic Triple Trouble. I like Triple Trouble. I'll put you on B. You're the mobile game. Never played the mobile games. Sonic Drift. Below Drift. So, oh, there is Sonic Red Knuckles. Well, you're going to S tier, my boy. Yeah, you're going. Hang on, there we go. Yeah. All right. What is that? Oh, is that Sonic Labyrinth? Ooh. No, because I think I enjoy Sonic 2 more than Sonic Labyrinth, so I'm just going to put you in E. Game World, never played it. Sonic Forces. Is C average? I think it is. I'm going to put you next to Lost World. In my opinion, Forces did some interesting things, but they wasted the potential At first, I liked Infinite's character. When he was first introduced as this mysterious character, creating illusions, bringing back old villains, I was like, oh, I wasn't expecting, like we've seen Metal Sonic return, but I was not expecting to see, I said I was not expecting to see, what was it, Chaos, even though we had Generations, but, you know, seeing Chaos Zero, the original Chaos, I was like, ooh, okay, what are they going to do with this? And Shadow being a villain again, I was like, okay, he's basically like bringing Sonic's old villains back, which in a way you could argue which is kind of Generations, because you had to race against Shadow and beat him, but and do the same against Metal Sonic. When I think about it, that's another thing. Forces, to me, always gave me that Generations vibe, but just not as good. Reused a lot of levels. We saw Green Hill Zone again, and it's like, they bring Classic, but he was worse than Generations. The music, I just don't like the music. I will say one thing. I think I've hated on the music overall a bit too much. There are certain tracks that are really bad. There are some tracks that aren't as bad. When I'm going back and I'm listening to them, I'm like, you know what? This isn't as bad as I thought, so I'll go a bit easier on the music. I still don't think it's fantastic, considering normally music can sometimes be the best thing about a Sonic game, but it's not great. It's so average. Like I said, Infinite is such a wasted character. Like, I like the idea of him, like, changing the level and, you know, creating his illusions to kind of mix things up. I like that idea. But they just didn't really capitalize on it. And then they bring Chaos back, and you don't even fight him. And they do the same with Shadow, and it's like, okay. And then like you've got Shadow's story that's like literally 3 levels and doesn't really add to anything. And it doesn't really explain what he was doing while Sonic got captured and things like that. Again, it was the first time Sonic lost, and I was like, ooh. Well, okay, unless you count 06, I guess, but that's fine because it never happened, right? Fucking Sonic, blooming law, whatever, you know. But yeah, I was like, oh, you know, I mean, okay, I don't really care about Zavik, but whatever. Yeah, of course he gets a boss fight, not Chaos. Kind of disappointed. And like the Metal Sonic boss fight was disappointing, and then like Infinite basically replicates the Metal Sonic boss fight, and it's like, Infinite, you had so much potential. They dropped the ball with you. I mean, the I am not weak meme, I mean, do I need to say anymore? Like I said, but the Avatar was a really good move. Yeah, I don't want to keep rambling on because I don't know how long this bloody video is going to be, so I apologize, but yeah, it's not that I hate Forces, is that I'm disappointed because it had potential. 06 was kind of the same. Yeah, like, yeah, I don't think it's 06 bad, that's why I'm putting it in C, but it's not great. It's not great. Lack of original zones, music's kind of average, it's kind of story, they just kind of like went one way and then kind of dropped the ball really quickly. I don't like what they did with like Tails suddenly becoming scared and stuff, and I was like, oh no, we're doing this again? Come on, Tails, what happened to you? You know, just so much wasted potential in that game. The Avatar to me is the saving grace. That's about it. So yeah, anyway, I'll stop Sonic Heroes. It's not a great game, but I enjoyed it. I would say it's kind of like CD-ish tier for me. It's unfortunate you have to do 4 story scenarios that are pretty much the same. Well, you go through the same levels. The only real differences is that like Team Amy's is the easiest one because it's the shortest. Shadows is the hardest one, so you either have to play more of the stage, or they like add more enemies or change a few things here and there to make it a bit more harder. And the Chaotix's team is a mission based, which is probably most people's least favorite, because you know you gotta collect them hermit crabs and stuff. But I enjoyed the gameplay. it's just, you know, it needed to be refined. I think it's slippery and you can fall off and stuff. But I enjoyed it for what it was. The music was decent. The levels were alright. It's just doing it 4 times in a row to get the true ending and the special. I hate the special stages. I love the music tracks, but I hate the special stages. I've never struggled so hard getting Chaos Emeralds. So yeah, it in a way it's kind of like a guilty pleasure of mine. I think it gets a bit too much hate in my opinion, but I don't know, maybe I have a high tolerance for repetitiveness. But yeah, it's B tier for me. But that's just Sonic Adventure 2, so I'm putting you back. I'm putting you there. Sonic 4 Episode 2, definitely better. I would. You know what? No, I think it's B. I think it is definitely better, like considerably better than 4. I think it improved on a lot of things, so I'm gonna say B. I want to say B. So that's what I'll do. Oh, is that Sega Heroes? Huh. It's funny because I have Sega Heroes open right now on my phone. You can't see it, but I do. I'd say B or C. Hmm. Hmm. Nah, I think I enjoy it more than Spinball, so I feel like it's unfair putting it. See, I'll put it in B. Um, yeah, Sega Heroes is a phone app. It's the only game, it's the only Sonic game I've played on the app, or Sega game on the app. It's very simple. It's a puzzle. It's basically a capture game for the most part. It's a very simple puzzle. You have to match like the right colors depending on the type of character. Like Sonic is obviously blue, so you want to match blue tiles. Tails is yellow, so you want to match yellow tiles. And they'll do an attack, and you can build up your meter, and they'll do like a special attack and things like that. And you're going against the AI, by the way. But it comes with the whole puzzle element, whereas like if like the AI, if your opponent gets lucky with a stream of, you know, tiles, and they keep breaking tiles, then the enemy can just keep attacking you and you can just die very quickly. And the same can happen to you. You could just get lucky and then just constantly keep getting, you know, streams and streams and streams of tile breaks, and then you just destroy the opponent, you know. So it's okay, but it's a very simple, just like a bejeweled type of puzzle game. The character models are cool, and the story is kind of interesting. It's a little bit of interaction, you know, like seeing Big the Cat talk to Axe Battler from Golden Axe is, you know, is interesting, and you know, and things like that. And I the monkey from Super Monkey Ball talking to Blaze the Cat. Not Blaze the Cat, sorry, no. She's not in the game. Blaze Fielding from Streets of Rage. You know, it's just kind of interesting that. So I'm having fun with it. It's okay. But it's a gacha game again. Like, you gotta grind, free to play, which I am. So, but I'm enjoying it. I think it's decent so far. But yeah, it's decent. That's all I can really say. Oh, is that the ultimate? Is that the Genesis collection? I don't have that, but it's basically just the classics. Oh, the arcade game they introduced, Ray. Right. Well, was this out before Chaotix? Because it might have introduced Mighty as well. I know Chaotix was in. I know Mighty was in Chaotix. Not sure, but never played. I've only seen Shadow the Hedgehog. God, this game's a guilty pleasure. I think I have to put him in C though. Yeah, I think so. He's kind of like the higher tier though. He's definitely like, yeah. Like I would arguably say I enjoy Shadow a bit more than Forces, honestly. Oh boy, as edgy as he is, the gunplay is pretty accurate. He's still kind of slippery like Heroes, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. The story is just honestly godly stupid all over the place. But the gameplay, which I feel like is the most important part, I enjoy it. There are levels I don't like, honestly. and the fact that you have to technically beat the game 10 times is absolutely bloody ridiculous, and that's one of the main reasons why I can't put it up higher. But I don't know, I still put it higher than 06. It's not a broken game, at least, but it's still got a terrible story. It's all over the bloody place. Yeah, but it's kind of a guilty pleasure of mine, so it's edgy to hedgy for you. Sorry, Shadow. I just can't put you higher. Who knows? Maybe we'll get a new Shadow the game. I doubt it though, but you never know. I don't think Sega knows what they're doing half the time. Is that the Game Gear version of Sonic Spinball? Well, if Spinball, yeah, it's to say if this is the Game Gear version or the Master System version, I'll put it below. It's not as good. Classic Sonic 1. Yeah, I think I have to put it with Sonic CD. Can't go wrong with the classic, the first game that started all, Sonic the Hedgehog. But like, you know, it was the foundation. It was pretty simple. Sonic 2 just basically made it better. So, you know, but don't forget the roots, man. It's Sonic the Hedgehog 1. Thank you, Sonic 1, for introducing Green Hill Zone. Oh, man. I've probably played Sonic 1 more than the other games, only because of, I think, like, hacks and stuff, but yeah. Oh, is this, like, mobile? Never played the mobile ports. I wish they'd come to console. Sonic 3D Blast. Yeah, I think like kind of C-ish. I would put the Saturn version slightly above it. I really like the Saturn music track, and I love I don't love the special stage, but I like the special stage. And they kind of make it look a little bit better, because it's a very repetitive tiling in 3D. They kind of added a bit more detail. They even added like a few weather effects here and there, which, you know, it's not much, but it's the little things that kind of spruce it up. But I don't know if I could quite put it up to be honest. So arguably better than Shadow the Hedgehog. But yeah, I don't know. 3D was okay. It's okay. It's okay. The music might be the best part of it, though. I'll be honest. And, you know, getting hit and losing the flickies and having to collect them again is kind of a pain. So, but it was alright. It's not the worst. It's not the best, but not the worst. Black Knight. It's been a while. I think I'm gonna have to put him on C. Maybe I'll play Black Knight again. I just can't bother to play Wii games once. It still has some of the problems that Secret Rings had, but it improved. I think it improved. It's definitely better than Secret Rings, but it's still not quite up there for me. So I don't know. Maybe people will be like, "Oh God, it should be at least a B," or some people might even class it as an A or an S. But I'm like, no, I don't think so. I don't think so. But I definitely think it's much better than Secret Rings. Speaking of Secret Rings, you're going to the bottom. Secret Rings for me is the worst Sonic game I've ever played. Thus far. Because there are clearly a lot of Sonic games I haven't played, as you can see from the Never Played. So yeah. Yeah. Oh, remember, this is the compilation. You know what? I'm putting this on A, yeah, because it's got Sonic 1, 2, and Robotics Meet Me Machine. I don't know if I don't know if I still have it. Unfortunately, like my Sega Mega Drive died years ago, and I don't even think I have the cartridges anymore. But I don't know what I did with them. But this was honestly how I experienced Sonic 1. I never had Sonic 1. I had Sonic 2, and I played Sonic 1 while at my friend's house. And then I eventually saw this, and I didn't even know what it was. And it was like, oh, you can play Sonic 1, 2, and Robotics Mean Bean Machine. And that's how I experienced it. That's honestly how I experienced Mean Bean Machine. And Sonic 1. And I guess I got Sonic 2 again, so... But I remember that, the compilation. God, I remember that theme tune. I've played it so many times. It's just like Sonic Dash. Yeah, never played Sonic Dash either. That Mega Collection. Oh right, because there's Mega Collection Plus and Mega Collection. I'll just shove it with Mega Collection, sure. Mega Collection Plus maybe slightly above because it has more stuff, but I mean, it's not really saying much. Sonic Riders. Where did I put Zero Gravity? Yeah, all right. I'll shove Zero. I'll shove them. They are decent. I actually kind of like the hoverboard sort of concept. But the game can get pretty frustrating to me at times. I don't know. For me, I tried getting good at it, but I struggled. So I enjoyed it for what it was. I enjoyed it for what it was. It's sort of an averagey racing game, if you ask me. But yeah. Sonic Rivals. Oh, is that Rivals 2? Ooh, I think I'd put it between B and C. Yeah, I'm just gonna. I guess I'll put it on the lower part. Let's just say the lower part of B. Um, I was excited because it was like Sonic R. Everyone's on their feet. I'd argue say Sonic R might be better, but again, guilty pleasure of mine, I think. But it's kind of repetitive. I think Rivals 2 is better than Rivals 1. I think that's Rivals 2, right? I can't tell because I have the screen like zoomed out. But I think it's Rivals 2. Um, yeah, it's a bit repetitive. And like it's one of those things where replaying the story with different characters doesn't really change much. It's worse than Rivals 1, I think. Rivals 2, they spruced it up a little bit, but you're essentially going to be pretty much playing the same levels, but you might be doing different missions and stuff. So they basically try to change it up a little bit. But it's nothing too spectacular. Most of the time, you're going to be relying on dash pads to gain speed, and the AI just keeps catching up to you. And again, I reviewed this game also recently, so yeah, you should totally go over and subscribe to Recent to Play because I've been reviewing a lot of Sonic racing games, and I'm definitely going to be covering the actual main franchise at some point for sure. But the AI would just like it would overtake you, and then chances are you wouldn't catch up, which just really annoyed me how that AI system kind of worked and stuff. But it's decent, nothing too great, but it's decent. Sonic Rivals 1, I'm gonna put it in C. Very repetitive, apart from like a few dialogue changes if you just want to play as a different character, I guess. But you're just playing the same levels over and over again, and it's very sort of simple, bland type of stuff. And I feel like Rivals 2 just kind of proves it a bit better. So yeah, Sonic R, B, guilty pleasure of mine. I mean, got a soft spot for the lyrics. The can you feel the sunshine and living in the city and all that jazz, and back in time and work it out, all of them, and of course supersonic racing. And yeah, okay, it's a bit jank, it's a bit fiddly, but I've had fun playing it. And to be honest, I played it a little bit with my friends, and I had fun playing with that as well, even though we probably all sucked. But the main thing is that I'm going by what I enjoyed, what I liked, what I didn't like. And for what Sonic R is, it's very simple. There's like 5 stages at most. Some interesting character rosters though. You're like Mecha Knuckles, Tails doll. Like, what the hell is that all about? Creepy Tails doll. But yeah, it's always going to be a guilty pleasure of mine. So yeah. And hey, it's the first game that everyone was on their feet before Sonic got in the car, and then that's why Sonic Drift sucks. I'm joking, but yeah, it's a guilty pleasure of mine. I honestly still want them to try it again, but I know they won't. I know they won't, and I think the main reason being is because they're all going by the fact that Sonic's too fast, and you're gonna have to nerf him. You know, if he's on foot, he's gonna outrun everyone. And I get that. I mean, they tried it with Sonic Rivals, and he's clearly not really faster. Everyone's kind of the same speed, so I don't know. All right, I've never played Sonic Rush. I'm sorry, okay. I hear it's good. Sonic Chaos. Yeah, I would say. I'm gonna say A. I'm gonna say it's like like slightly above B on the lower tier A. It's a pretty decent Game Gear game. I actually quite like it. I like the music as well. It's actually fun. I enjoy it. Yeah, I think it's pretty decent. Is that PS3 collection? I think I have that. It's a Mega Drive. God, I'll put that on A. So yeah. That's Sonic X. I mean, I've watched the show, but I'll put it there. I don't know what that is. Oh, Neo Pocket. Yeah, I never played that. Don't know what that is. What the hell is that abomination? It looks like an abomination. Whatever, you're going over there. Sonic the Fighters. B. Lower part of B. It's an interesting game gimmick. I again, sort of a soft spot. It's not too great. I like the music. The music's pretty epic. Introduce some other characters. Well, see, again, I'm not like the biggest Sonic fan. I mean, I'm pretty big in terms of the video games, but outside of that, I've never read the comics. Because I pretty much was never allowed to have comics because they were expensive, and my family isn't exactly rich, so my parents weren't going to be like, look, it's pretty much like, you want games or do you want comics? I chose games. So, you know, comics were expensive. They probably still are. You know, so there you go. But it introduces, as far as I know, like being the Dynamite, Bark the Polar Bear, and they made a cameo in Mania, so that's cool. Fang, well, I don't know if Fang originated there because he was also in some of the Master System games, I think. Well, he was in Triple Trouble, wasn't he? So I'm not too sure. But anyway, 8 Chaos Emeralds as well, if I remember correctly. Metal Sonic can suck a wee wee, suck a wee wee. Though he's blooming annoying, but it's an interesting concept. I enjoyed it. It's a bit finicky. It's a bit a bit janky of a fight. It's not like crazy, but yeah, I had fun with what it was. Is that Tails Adventure? Maybe between B and C. I like the fact that it's different. It's a Tails adventure game, which was really, really cool. Also, shout outs to, again, the Sonic cast, when they did that old Twitter thing. Tails basically made a reference to Tails Adventure, which was really cool, because it was a Japanese exclusive game. But we got to play it, I believe the first time we got to play it outside of Japan was the Gems Collection again. And again, I was like, this is different. A game basically for Tails? I was like, ooh. It's a very, very long game. And it's obviously a lot slow paced. It's not a Sonic game in the terms of you don't go fast. You don't. It's a very, very slow paced game. Very slow. And that's one of the things that I was just like, okay, I get it. It's different. It's Tails. And like Tails has like a flight meter, and it's even worse than every other game has been in pretty much. So I'm like, but it's different. And there are parts I do like about it. So yeah, I don't know. It's kind of average. I kind of want to put it on C, but I kind of don't. So I'm putting it sort of like below B. Like, don't get me wrong, I'd put Sonic 1 above it. I'd put Unleashed I put CD probably above it as well, and things like that. And Sonic CD above it. So yeah. And I definitely put Sonic Triple Trouble above it. So it's kind of on the lower part. What is... Oh, Sky Patrol. Yeah, I didn't like Sky Patrol. I'm sorry, Tails. I didn't like Sky Patrol at all. So that's D. I don't know what that is. So I'm putting you there. I don't know what that is either. I'm putting you there. I don't know what that is either. I think it's a mobile game. Oh, is that that popcorn thing? Okay, I think that's it. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Alright. So there you go. If I zoom out a bit. I mean, you're not going to be able to see it very well, but there you go. That's my tier list. Sonic 3 at the top. Secret Rings at the bottom. And there's so many... I mean, a lot of these games are kind of like spin-off games, apart from a few games here and there. Some of them are just repeats. Like Generations is on there. It's like, Generations up there as well. I mean, you know what? I've just realized something. Again, speaking of Generations. Okay, I need to put you up here. That's the DS version. Ooh. I think the HD version is better. But I also think the 3DS version is pretty good as well. Yeah, I'll leave it there. It's fine. I was going to say maybe like B, but I'll leave it there. Alright, it's a good job I mentioned that. It's like, I kept falling for that every time. I was like, why is there two versions? Because, well, there are. They're actually different. There you go. So yeah, that's my Sonic tier list. Yeah. I mean, let me know if you've done one, I guess. And tell me how wrong I am. Tell me. Just tell me. Tell me how you really feel. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll do another one, but with something else. I'm not sure what else there was. Franchise would do. Not really sure. But yeah, that's been my tier list. I hope you've enjoyed, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.